Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading, we're taking a look at your massive changes and breakthrough in the coming lunar eclipse. This one is a big deal. It's the blood moon, full blood, the full moon, blood moon, which is in many ancient civilizations considered a great. A time of great luck and abundance, and also it's in sextile with Jupiter in Cancer. And as you know, Jupiter is a planet of great luck and expansion. So overall, I am feeling very positive about this lunar eclipse. Of course, there will be massive changes. Let's explore what they're going to be and what sort of breakthroughs and blessings are going to happen in your life because of it. So that is the plan. This is a new deck that I'll be using. It's transparent. I'm very excited about it, but it's supposed to, you're supposed to layer it on top of each other to read it. Oh, looks like the Phoenix Rising, a new beginning for a lot of you. All right, not to read, but my plan is to take one of these oracle cards at the bottom and then place one of these transparent tarot cards on the top, and together they will be your significator card, or cards in that case. Yeah, so that's the plan. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. If you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile for you today, what's that? Nothing. You will find a section, a timestamp as well for that down in the description box. Right, so let's reveal your cards for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the Death card. For pile number 2, that's not tarot, that's an oracle deck. For pile number 2, you've got Happiness. And for pile number 3, you've got Rest. Right. Ooh, love the colors. Okay, let's now shuffle our tarot deck and pull out a card for each card. Right. So, ooh, the third one even came out. Very cool. Right. So for pile number 1, that's, I think, is the 10 of swords. No, that's the 5 of swords. Right. 5 of swords. That is the 6 of cups. And that's the 2 of cups. Let me show you the final result for each pile. Right, so that is what your combo looks like for pile number 1. That is your combo for pile number 2. And that's your combo for pile number 3. All right, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. Okay, so for pile number 1, you've got the Onyx. For pile number 2, you've got the Cherry Quartz. And for pile number 3, you've got the Green Moss Agate. Okay, so take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the messages and the information that you're meant to hear in today's reading, specifically regarding the massive changes and the breakthroughs that you can expect next in your life, and how the coming lunar eclipse in Pisces will have that effect on you. All right, and once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Right. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Let's go ahead. Need one more here. One more here. And these will be the signs for pile number 3. Let's see what we have. For pile number 1, your signs are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, as well as Capricorn. For pile number 2, your signs are Libra, Aries, Cancer, as well as Leo. And your signs for pile number 3 are Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, as well as Pisces. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3 based on the recommendation of astrologers, usually. And if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This section has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card based on the numerology of the major arcana to each pile. And so the magician will be presenting pile number 1, the high priestess pile number 2, and the empress pile number 3. And what I like to do is to simply shuffle them around until eventually I will miss passing on a card or, there we go, pulling out a card. So your chosen pile from Spirit in today's reading is pile number 1. Okay, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your massive changes and breakthrough in the coming lunar eclipse. These are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, as always, you'll find that I list them below in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal, I feel this one as well, so I'm going to take it. Your crystal is the beautiful Onyx. Your significator card is a combination of the Oracle card Death as well as the Five of Swords together. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to find their piles as well, pick their piles as well. And speaking of picking piles, this pile is chosen by Spirit as well in the introduction. Okay, so let's take a look at your oracle cards first before we begin. Whoa! So you've got Saturn in Capricorn with riches. Amazing. Okay, you've got the 11th house with community. Lovely. And the keywords are society, organizations, friends, social circle, giving back, hopes and wishes, group activities, memberships, networking, as well as social consciousness. You've got fresh start. Are you kidding me? Death and fresh start? Woo! I love this pile. Okay. Right. Can I? No, I can't. Right. So you've got the sun in Aquarius with idealism. I mean, the cards are carding today. Okay, so awesome. And you've got the moon in Scorpio with power. Love that for you. I mean, wow. Right. I feel like they're crooked. We're just going to leave it this way. Leave as is. You've got community again. Are you kidding me? What? What are the odds? Wow. Okay. And finally, are you kidding me? I mean, if you're doubting your reading, this can't be a coincidence. Saturn in Capricorn with riches as well as great fortune. Something about community for sure, something about making a fortune. Beautiful, beautiful pile. Wow, this is like the season for you, it seems, my dear pile number one. Okay, so the Five of Swords, the cards keep repeating themselves. The synchronicity is crazy. So you've got the Five of Swords. No wonder it's chosen by Spirit. If this reading found you, if you clicked on this pile, this is your reading, no question about it. You're meant to hear this today. You've got the King of Wands. Lovely. You've got the Tower card. The Ten of Swords. Yeah. You've got the Star card. I mean, it's so clear. I think it's so clear. So I have some slight bad news and some great news. Which one do you want to hear first? Let's start with the bad news, because this is how the story is starting. It looks like with the Death and the Five of Swords, Tower card, and the Ten of Swords, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to give you an honest reading, but your reading is looking amazing, so bear with me just a little bit. It does look like in the next few days or in the next month maybe, a powerful new start is happening. A powerful one. It's like you're shifting to a new timeline. Your whole world, you're walking out of one phase of your life and getting into another, and this is a powerful shift. This powerful shift may not feel pleasant at all. But let me tell you something. Looking at the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords here, looking at the swords in general, we do learn from the sword, what is it called? The sword suit, that it's all about the mind. Does it necessarily mean that life on the outside is as chaotic as the one on the inside? Not necessarily. So, will there be things happening? Yes, there will be, in fact, a powerful thing happening. But the thing here is that it seems like it's affecting you mentally more than anything. And the swords suit, again, it teaches us that we do have control over that. Do you see here? The sword broke, and it says death. An idea broke. So it looks like an event is gonna push your limits a little bit in the next few days, or yeah, that's how the lunar eclipse has an effect on your life. But it also seems to me like this event that is pushing your limits to the extreme, may I add, Ten of Swords and the Tower, is there to ultimately break a limiting belief that was the one standing in your way of you gaining your power and getting the fortune that you're about to have. In you, with the star card, healing, as well as getting a massive wish that you want in your life come true. It's really interesting. We would think that it's such an amazing synchronicity to see community twice in your reading today, but having done a lot of readings in the past month, I did actually, if I were to think about it now, it's been happening throughout the year. There's constantly something about community and how community will play a major role in your life, or in general, if you keep seeing these in your readings. Or what I wanted to say was that I've been seeing community throughout the year in different ways, whether through the Ten of Cups, through a community card, through another card, I can't remember. So this has been a reoccurring theme, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't know why it's been repeating throughout this year, but it looks like it's all of these reading is culminating right now. This is the time when you will start seeing how community will play a major role in your power as well as your fortune, and will expand in your reading to find out more about that. So yeah, back to the good news. It's pushing your limits, this event these days, and it's making you finally win over something that has been Five of Swords, bullying you, beating you, making you feel beaten down, is what I'm trying to say. And some form of battle that you keep losing, it seems. We can check what this battle that you keep losing is in a moment, but let me finish the thought here. Once this happens, a fresh new start arises, a complete new beginning arises. It seems like this new beginning, one that you were pushed towards, exactly, one that you are being pushed towards, is one that actually makes your dreams come true. It involves massive fortune and riches and wealth, as well as a powerful community by your side. So first things first, what's that wish? Hold on. Let's be organized. First of all, what is it that you are overcoming through this, let's say, limit pushing event? Three of Swords. Queen of Wands. Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So we're asking what has been beating you down. Actually, two things have been beating you down. It looks like the power of your mind and power of your finances. And power here with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands just radiates charisma. So I'm seeing a form of power that is positive, healthy power. I am seeing that what was beating you down with the Three of Swords, we do see the owls, we do see the swords, it's the mind. It looks like with the Three of Swords, you've been carrying a lot of pain, maybe even all of your life. perhaps these pains were due to some events, painful events that happened in your life. Maybe this is recent. Maybe this is not throughout your life. And maybe this is something that happened recently and it took a toll on you. It brought a lot of pain. Maybe it's pain passed down, like ancestral pain. Maybe it's from another life that you're carrying, trying to heal. All I can see is that it seems like there was a lot of pain and thoughts surrounding pain that you were carrying on your shoulders that were heavy, and they were such a burden for you to overcome your challenges and battles. And when we are carrying a lot, one thing that could be easy for someone to do can be extremely heavy for another person to do, based on heavy feelings or heavy thoughts. And that's what I'm kind of feeling here. You were carrying a lot of painful ideas, a lot of painful emotions or ideas that would trigger emotions, or a lot of pain. Yeah, you were carrying a lot of pain. You can see it here all over the body. Maybe you were even hurting others with it, whether you realize it or not. But it seems like you were as well, hurting some people around you with it, whether you realize it or not. And yeah, so we're looking at the end of an era of you regaining your power back. That's why you have power. So that's personal power, regaining your power back to a point of ideal. Queen of Wands, Sun in Aquarius with idealism. It feels to me like it's full healing, not just a little bit, but full healing. And so it could be an event that just cracks everything open, allowing everything to come out so that you are finally healed. And it reminds me of when you have to go to the doctor or the dentist, and they're like opening up something in order to clean it out. And so it could greatly hurt temporarily, but you'll forever be released from that pain. It's the same here, only emotionally and mentally. And so this event is meant to end this pain forever in your life. You're not going to be carrying this pain with you. And it looks like it was this pain that was blocking your personal power with the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, the power card. Fresh start there. And it was clouding it. And so it looks like with this cleansing process that's about to happen, and I will expand on that in a moment, what this cleansing process is going to be, what you can expect. You're meant to know, obviously. Once this heals, you start feeling like yourself again. You start feeling surprised in how powerful you feel. You start feeling like your ideal self. Yeah, there's a cleansing process here. Do you see? There's something about community, which we will expand on as well, and something about how this is also leading to health, which takes me to the second part. What are you healing? This event, it seems like it's opening or breaking a bottleneck, it seems, a painful bottleneck when it comes to your finances as well. So it's like, what is the expression called? Hitting two birds with one stone or something. I feel like this is what the event is doing here. It's going to help you target your pain once and for all, but it's also going to allow you to manage your money very well and make a lot of wealth. I feel like you're getting a lot of money, you are planning well, you're saving well, or you're growing money or something with this particular Page of Pentacles. You're making your dreams come true. Yeah. Perhaps when this bottleneck is out of the way, then it allows you to start maybe using your money better, or getting more money in order to use it better. Yeah. So back into more details on what this event is going to be. We understand specifics about what it's going to do for you, how it's benefiting you, which is great. I want to get more information on the event itself. What is the event going to be? For tile number 1, please. So we're getting temperance. I want to say something with temperance. Just like the event could be brutal, with temperance, it is showing you here that you will equally have something amazing, opposite and amazing, that will help you through it. So you're not going to be like left alone here. You've got the 9 of Pentacles. It looks great. It's an amazing event. If once you're out of it, you will realize that it was actually something great. And the Ace of Cups. I'm starting to feel like your cards almost don't want to reveal what this event is, because maybe it doesn't want you to worry unnecessarily, especially with the Temperance card. It's saying, although it will be rough for sure, but it keeps talking you out of knowing it, almost like it keeps telling you, hey, just as it's going to be tough, you're also going to have a great advantage, which you can see with the Ace of Cups, that will allow you to achieve your dreams. So if I were to translate this energy, I would say it's something along the lines of your manager, for example, pushing you to make a public speech, and let's say you're frightened of speaking publicly, and that's that, you have to do it. Or is asking you to make a sale or something, or I don't know, or making you do a task in general that you're always afraid of doing. So that's the scary part. So you find yourself just having to do something that you're usually afraid of, only to find as you do it that it turns out to be a massive blessing. So you do this public speech, and everyone loves your speech. It starts making you fit for a leadership position in your job, which perhaps it was the one thing standing in your way. Or maybe you do a task that you've always been avoiding because you feel like you don't know how to do it. Maybe it has to do with, I don't know, math or accounting, and you feel like you're not so good with that, only to find out that you're great. My apologies. There we go. Apologies, had to adjust the camera. Right, so back to my point. Maybe you're gonna have to face someone that you've been afraid to face for a long time. And when you face this person, you're like, hey, I got this. And if that's the case, it looks like it's also going to lead to you having great fortune, as well as having a community by your side, standing by you. So community is powerful. If it's following the example of the public speech, perhaps you're going to have an audience that really loves your presentations. Maybe your colleagues stand behind you, they love what you do. Your company, the other example of maybe you face a bully in your life and everybody stands by your side. Maybe it's a legal battle and you finally get your fortune from it, like compensation from what this person has done. I don't know, but I think you're starting to get the gist out of the energy that I'm picking up in your reading. Yes, you will be facing something that you otherwise would have deemed as terrible, super scary, super painful, only to find out the limiting belief breaks and you're like, hey, I'm much powerful than I thought. I'm in fact super powerful. Why was I always avoiding this? That's the energy that I'm picking up here. What's your dream? What is it leading to here? Four of Swords, finally, peace of mind. You will never have to worry about this again. It will never be a source of pain for you again. I do see you finally resting and living a peaceful life with the Four of Swords. Now, let's get to the good part. What is this fortune and what is this community? Maybe they're not connected, or maybe they are. Let's see. What is the community and and the great fortune and riches in your reading referring to? Whoa. So you've got the sun card. Something about the sun here and the star. You might become super popular. Yeah, because community, star card, sun card, you might become very popular. And look at the placement here. Popularity and how you're shining your true light, your true authentic light, finding your power, mind you, is leading to great fortune and like a community surrounding you. Ace of Swords. Do you see the change of colors and leaves and the empty branches? Definitely reminds me of the fall. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's talking about this time, how things are changing. You're almost going to start a new chapter as the fall enters, which means that, my dear, dear pile number one, not just the lunar eclipse, but the solar eclipse on the 21st will also have a massive effect on your life. Like these two are coming and going, poof, 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 and allowing you to begin anew with the Ace of Swords. So yeah, you want to look out for the solar eclipse as well. The sun shining bright again. You've got the Chariot. Massive movements in this time of your life. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it doesn't have to be the fall. You know, there is a change of season. Are you getting into the spring? Yeah, it's the same thing for you. In the change of season during this month, if you're watching this later, it's this month. And you've got the Four of Pentacles. So we were looking at the community and the fortune. Well, speaking of fortune, I mean, your cards from all different decks, it's crazy. No matter what deck we use, Oracle, different Oracle cards, different tarot cards, it's saying the same thing. This can't be a coincidence. You will be making a fortune. Not just a lot of money, you'll be making a fortune. So let's look at the story. Looks like you're going to be popular here, maybe popular in your company. Maybe you have your own business, which makes sense. This means that your business is going to be popular in the market. Maybe you're going to do something that makes you popular in your community. It just shows how strong you are. That marks a new beginning in your life. It's changing everything. New beginning, especially with the Ace of Swords and your beliefs about yourself. Swords. You find clarity. All the things that you couldn't understand just suddenly become clear. It's a new season in your life. You become calmer. Do you see the different poses here, as well as the Four of Swords? There's something about you finding peace finally, finding calmness, finding tranquility, finding clarity. And it looks like this event of you healing your mind, becoming stronger, sharper, as well as your popularity here and your display of power, or at least your power shows, it's going to make you move. Many events are going to happen as a consequence because of these two things. How how everyone sees you, sees your power. Yeah, how everyone sees your power, how you see your power, how there's a lot of mental healing, allowing you to, for example, move out of your comfort zone and do things that you couldn't imagine doing before or fathom doing before. It looks like because of these two particular events, and I feel like your cards don't want to give any more information, many things are going to start moving in your life. You know, when they say, sometimes when you do things, you pick up on opportunities that you would have never known about had you not taken a step. Like, think of someone uploading their YouTube video for the first time in their life. And because of that YouTube video, let's say, we know the obvious one, becoming viral, but what I want to say here, it could be uh, building on the point that I wanted to make, was opportunities showing up that you would have never thought about had you not been in a situation. You might find someone in the field that you're talking about emailing you and saying, "Oh my God, you are exactly the person I've been looking for. Would you like to join my team? I would like to have you as a leader," only to find yourself moving somewhere else completely different, you know? Um, or you network with people, and you, because of this networking event, you make a deal that you never thought would happen. It's like how when they say just show up, because when you show up things happen. It's kind of what I'm picking up in your pile here. Something about how you're showing up for yourself, and how this show up and how is making you shine bright, and it's leading to you creating a community and making deals with some of the people in this community that will lead to you amassing a lot of wealth. Yeah. And this deal and these new um, developments will lead to something totally new, completely ending everything you know about your current life today, nearly, and beginning a new, fresh start with a wonderful community, great new deals, and amassing great fortune. This is about to begin happening in your life. Also, look out. I did notice here with the sun, I was thinking at the very beginning of the reading, that could be, affecting the solar eclipse as well. Yeah, I feel like these two, the lunar eclipse as well as the solar eclipse, this time in between perhaps is when you will have these events that push you out of your comfort zone or make you face something that used to beat you down and bring you a lot of pain. I feel like by that time you're out feeling powerful and things massively change. I wish you all the best of luck, my dear pile number one, from my heart with regards to all of these developments. It seems like it is a powerful time of your life. It is the year of change. September is your month. And yeah, many things. I feel like you're going to look back and think, wow, when I started the month of September, I was living in one way. I ended the month of September living in another way. If you're watching this reading, whatever this month is for you, yeah, that's what I feel here. Your life is changing. It's like a portal during the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse for you. And my dear pile number one, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Congratulations. My heart's with you, but you're going to win this. It's breaking a limiting belief about you fearing something so much that's going to turn out that you have a lot of power, the King of Wands. You're going to have a lot of power that you didn't know you had. And how would you know if you're not doing it or if you're not showing it yourself? Yeah, and that was your reading. Truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And one final thought, don't be afraid of the event. Just like the Temperance card showed you, it is maybe making you afraid in one way, but it's full of benefits in another. It's like you're going to see it right away. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at the massive changes and breakthrough in the coming lunar eclipse. These are the decks that I will be using in your reading. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful, oh, and this one moved as well as that one, so I'm going to take them. Your crystal is the beautiful cherry quartz. Your significator cards are the happiness card as well as the 6 of cups together. And if you've picked your pile using, ooh, this one as well. We're getting a lot of oracle cards here. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Aries, Cancer, as well as Leo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. And we'll take a look at your oracle cards first. So you've got Venus in Aries with lust. Oof, this is giving me exciting adventure. You've got Uranus with the keyword breakthrough. I mean, if that isn't the title of the reading, wow. So the keywords are change, originality, awakening, Aquarius, shocking, revolutionary, innovation, sudden events, epiphanies, as well as unconventional and unusual. Very interesting. That energy is definitely there. That we picked up from the title of the reading. You've got Venus in Aquarius with detachment. Can I? Yeah, I can. I guess I can do that. You've got Jupiter in Taurus with status. Ooh, cool. Okay. You've got judication. And you've got coffin. You know, pile number 1 had a death card as their significator card. It is also the pile chosen by spirit. I would say if you're drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it. Okay. Oh, we've got 2 more oracle cards. Actually, we're not done yet. So you've got a lesson from the past. That's probably why this is there. And you've got desire with lust as well. Ooh. Okay, really cool. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. I can certainly place one here. Yeah, I can do that. From the past. So you've got, whoa, starting your reading with the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be a very fortunate reading. Okay, really cool. How can I do this? I can, yeah, that's what the top card looks like. It's basically nearly the same. Right, so you've got the 6 of Pentacles. My God, there's something about you being very fortunately and lucky all of a sudden and getting huge wealth, Taurus. If you are going through a lawsuit or something, it seems like you're going to be very fortunate. You're going to win it, and just an observation, and you're going to get a lot of wealth out of it. But yeah, let's continue. Right, you've got the 10 of Cups. Amazing. It looks like you're coming out of some gloomy times where there was no happiness, no luck maybe, into very happy times. Wow, this is life-changing for you. This is going to have a powerful event in your life, this next lunar eclipse. You've got the 4 of Swords. I see you finally resting and being at peace, enjoying your time. The 3 of Pentacles. And we've got a card here that we will uncover later. That tends to happen a lot, I'm noticing. Okay. So, with Uranus, I'm seeing something about something massive luck hitting your life. With Uranus, that's shocking. This is Aquarius energy for sure. You would have never seen something like that happen, and it's wonderful. It looks like it has to do a little bit or in some way with your past, lesson from the past, the coffin. It looks like, yeah, also the 6 of Cups is the past. So it looks like something that has happened to you in the past. Maybe it has hit before in a bad way, But it looks like because of what happened to you in the past, it's going to turn out to be very fortunate now that you've went through whatever it is that you've went through here, and it will be the factor that brings you a lot of peace next in your life. With lust and desire, where's the desire card? Oh, there we go. With lust and desire, I'm picking up an idea, and I could be right, I could be wrong. It's just an intuitive idea, looking at the past and then looking at the cards now. Perhaps you try to pursue something that you desired in the past. Maybe it didn't work out well, and it ended abruptly, even. Maybe with detachment, you've given up on it, you fully detached your thoughts from it, you like put the past in the past. But it looks like something karmic with judication here, as well as the Wheel of Fortune, something out of the blue, karmic, but in a good way, like a fortunate karma is happening from the past, is bringing you happiness. Do you see that? It looks like because you tried in the past, or due to something that you might have done in the past, although it hasn't worked, it is today going to be the reason why you actually receive that fortune that you've been looking for in the past. So it looks to me with the Three of Pentacles that you were trying to build something, maybe. You were trying to build something, you were trying to create something, maybe even collaborating with others. Some of you, this could have led to a lawsuit. Some of you, this could have led to a split. Perhaps it's a relationship. Yeah, it's just broke. It broke as you were building it. And now is the time where you're going to be able to fully build it. Perhaps that card gives us a better idea. Yeah, it turned sour in the past, black and white, sad, and it's leading to massive happiness now. So, what is that? The Empress. Well, I do have some news for you. Whatever it is that you were trying to build in the past here, or achieve in the past that didn't work out, and the Empress card here is showing you that it never went away. And maybe you weren't aware, but there were so many things being built, so many roots, so many things, yeah, foundations. Maybe these are the foundations that you've built that will result in you getting it and being fortunate today. Or more likely, as well as that, it seems like so much has been happening behind the scenes that you have no idea about at all. And with the Empress, it will lead to great abundance. All of a sudden, something sprouting. I think this will really surprise you. You're going to go, oh my God, that effort that I put in the past that I thought was over, look at that. It's sprouting. Oh my God, something is happening here. And you're just like a lawsuit, you're gaining the benefits of the damages that happened as you were trying to pursue this. That's what I'm picking up for this in this pile. It looks like this lunar eclipse is genuinely expediting things for you. It's with a hit of massive luck, massive fortune towards that thing that you are desiring. Out of the blue, your reading is not going to tell you how it's coming out of the blue, but it's really going to feel shocking, maybe even revolutionary. It's happening in such an original and unique way that you would never expect. You know, a quick idea that hit my mind is like with revolutionary AI, perhaps with the developments of AI, it leads to you getting a benefit that you never thought you would get. Things like the usual things you would think has to happen for you to get what you want is changing, for example, because of AI. And so with that, legislation's changing, laws are changing, rules are changing, events are changing, leading you to getting it back. That's just a quick example. It doesn't have to be that way. But yeah, I think many things are changing in a way that you wouldn't you wouldn't fathom or wouldn't even expect in any way, shape, or form. And it's leading to you being very fortunate due to maybe the laws that are changing or the decisions that are being made because of the changes that are happening due to the nature of whatever this is. Yeah, I feel something about decisions here, a decision changing, new laws maybe being passed down. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe a lawsuit that you're getting a lot of money from. Very, very interesting. So let's take a look at what you've been building in the past. Perhaps you're a person full of desires, you have a beautiful heart, you have a lot of wishes, you work towards many things, and you're not really sure what this is. Or maybe you just need a confirmation. So let's take a look at what it is that you have been working towards in the past, trying to achieve or build that didn't work out. So you've got, whoa, inheritance. Oh, for some of you, you know, the Six of Cups is a card of family, just like the Ten of Cups is as well. Some of you may have been waiting for an inheritance. Maybe, like, this is very specific, but it's there. Maybe it's waiting for something to be passed down. And sometimes the laws, they can take years before you're able to receive your inheritance. If that's the case, looks like that's coming up. It's going to make you very happy, this inheritance. But let's continue. You've got narrow path. Did I pull oracle cards instead of tarot cards? Oh my god. It's meant to be, I guess. Inheritance, narrow path. Whoa, pride, as well as bright idea. My, how can we translate these? So, I actually am thinking these are different energies for the different people listening to this pile. So you fall under one of these categories. You either are waiting for some inheritance. You might have had a brilliant idea that you were pursuing in the past, and perhaps things happened and you weren't able to pursue this idea and the dreams you had around it before. For some of you, this thing in the past has to do with how you stand out. You were involved with something where you were very unique. Yeah, and just like I said, it makes you stand out in a way that's unprecedented, like no one before. And because you knew that you were unique, you had all of these advantages to you that that you could achieve this dream, but you were surprised that you couldn't, although you stood out. Like, for example, let's say you are a model and you fit all of the perfect requirements for a model. You're exactly what everyone's looking for. You're very pretty, you're very handsome, you've got that perfect body, you've got that swag that's needed for these pictures. You're just like everything that's needed. And looking at you, all the agencies would tell you you would sell out in seconds. If can you sell out as a model? I don't know how that works, but like you would be popular in seconds. And despite all of these advantages, it looks like in the past you still didn't make it for one reason or the other. And now it's the time where things are changing and you're going to be very fortunate. Perhaps you've taken some picture, you've left them in some agencies before, and then one picks up and they go, "Who's that person? Whoa." Bring them on the phone, call their agency or something. So yeah, something like that. And the final card that I'm seeing when it comes to this desire that you had in the past, in the past, it looks to me like you were pursuing something, you were moving towards something, and you were lost. You were so lost. You were basically following a desire, but the path was so narrow, like didn't have any room for mistakes or any wrong steps. And for the longest time, you've been trying to take just the right step, just the right step, because any mistake could veer you off course. And if you do veer off course, you're completely out of the picture. And as if that wasn't enough, it seems with this forest that you were very lost. You genuinely didn't know how to go about it, what to do next. And the stakes were high. So these are the different, perhaps this is why it ended abruptly. I forgot to end this part. And perhaps this is why it ended abruptly, because maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you got lost. It just ended, it seems. And you had to do things in a particular way. And you had to be very careful, very observant. But you were also lost at the same time. And yeah, something here broke it, it seems, ended it for you. Could have been a mistake, maybe. But in any cases, these are the exact different energies that I'm seeing with what happened in the past. Very quickly, just to summarize them super quickly: an inheritance that you were supposed to receive that you didn't yet, maybe even thought for some time that, yeah, no, in that case, inheritance, the coffin makes sense. That makes sense. It was an idea that you were pursuing and it didn't work, although it was brilliant. Perhaps even an idea ahead of time with Aquarius. It could be in an area where you really had all of these advantages and you stood out, but despite all of that, you didn't get what you were desiring. And finally, you were pursuing something that you had to be very careful with, no room for mistakes, and you were lost. Yeah, these are the different areas that I see when it comes to your particular desire. And here it continues to show you that although you thought things have ended and you may not get what you were desiring, they were working out throughout these months or these years to your advantage. You just weren't seeing it, and you're about to see your first sprout after the lunar eclipse. You're about to see your first sprout, and it's like that first sprout shows you just a glimpse on how fortunate you're about to get. I mean, the ball's rolling to your favor, the wheels turning to your favor, and it looks like you're going to be very happy. You detaching your mind completely from that desire, since it didn't work, it seems like somehow energetically it worked to your favor. It's made you fortunate. Perhaps it is because of the vibration. I don't know. Let's explore that part, because I just noticed it. Something about you detaching turned out to work in your favor. Why? Oh, did I pull out the Oracle card again? Well, it looks like it's meant to be. Loneliness. Oh, and the Tower. I'll tell you why. It looks like whatever it is that you were desiring was fated to have a catastrophic event. And in order for you to be protected and to be able to pursue what you desire, the soul, the Six of Cups, your soul seems to have taken you out of this whole situation, put a spotlight on you in another situation, which made you either self-conscious or made you focus on something else completely, put the focus on something else completely. And the reason for that is that your soul knew that there was something catastrophical that was meant to happen in that area, or with this desire, with this person. And your soul wanted to take you out of this catastrophical situation, and until it settles down and calms down, which is what's happening here. The break that we see in the Tower card and the resting with the Four of Swords, until things rest and that your soul can put you back in the picture. So that's what's going on. Okay. So basically, your soul was detaching you from whatever karmic complications that was meant and destined to happen in this thing, until it is resolved and you can come back into the situation. Loneliness makes me feel like you were single-handedly taken out of the situation because mm, you still had to pursue the soul, you had to pursue this. You just weren't meant to be tainted by it or be hurt by it or go through something unnecessarily that you don't have to go through. Yeah, that's what I'm basically seeing in your reading here. Very interesting. It's giving us the scoop for sure. Now that you're coming back in, you're coming in with a big bang, with great status. Let's explore how that is happening. So, before you were part of this collaboration, now you're coming back with honored, with great respect. So, perhaps when you detached, for some of you, this could make sense. Perhaps when you detached, your worth increased. Some of you. But let's explore how this is happening. How come you're coming back now with great status? Five of Pentacles. You know, you're considered a hero, someone who fought for something, someone who's considered a hero. Maybe after things broke down, you're considered a hero, that you kept yourself together and strong, maybe. Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, you guarded yourself well. You guarded yourself and you're not considered involved in the either broken system or the lack, or you weren't one that was something was taken from you with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you didn't go through the Three of Swords. Yeah, something happened here in this area, and it seems like your image, your uniform, your professionalism, if this is your job, your profession or your professionalism wasn't tainted, and something drastic wasn't taken from you due to that painful situation that happened. With also the martini, maybe your mind wasn't played with, right, when it comes to the events that have happened with the Tower card. So the fact that you were guarded from all of these pains, you didn't have things that were taken away from you that others were taken away from, which puts you at a great advantage. And you were guarded from the many things that others had to endure, again putting you at a great advantage. So maybe others had their reputation tainted, maybe they had their money taken from them, maybe they had to go through a lot of pain and thus deemed them as weak for this battle. Whatever this is, you were guarded from all of this, and thus you're not paying for it in the way that others have, and thus that puts you at a strong status and a powerful position when it comes to this situation. So how is this fortune going to happen for you? What is about to happen for this fortune to finally re-arise back in your life? That desire that you were looking for. What is this fortune? What's about to happen? Eight of Pentacles. Didn't I tell you, for some of you, technology changed? Something about technology. When I saw the Aquarius here, the Aquarius age, something about technology changed, or the way things are done and built have changed completely. The way things have been mastered have changed. Yeah, something about the system, the technology has changed. Five of Swords. It's funny how this comes back up again when we're asking how this is going to happen. When we were talking about how things have changed, decisions have changed, systems have changed, technology has changed. It's the same energy. That's why it's showing up in your life again. Five of Swords. Boy, are there many things that have happened that you have no idea about. Like battles, real battles. Where's the Tower card? Oh, it's still there. real battles have happened that you have no idea about. Ace of Swords. Whatever this is, the people there, because we know with loneliness that you were singled out, so you're lucky there. The rest of the people, they had to go through a lot of, it seems, bullying that keeps coming up. Some won, some lost. But this whole battle brought a lot of clarity with the Ace of Swords. And it looks like this clarity is working to your favor. Clarity in your case means maybe you weren't given something before because you weren't appreciated, for example. But now, because of these battles, you're highly appreciated now. As well as the changes in whatever this is, technology, system, rules, the way things are done and built, all of that has changed. So these two factors that have been playing out in the last period of your life, that you were from the moment you detached from this, these two factors will be the reason why you will be hearing about a decision soon, giving you great status. This is something you're going to love. You're going to be feeling very fortunate towards, and your life will change in color. This is happening during the time of the lunar eclipse or after the lunar eclipse, or at least this is the energy that's starting to move powerfully for you because of the lunar eclipse. I did say in pile number 1, this is a timeless reading. I was wrong. This is not a timeless reading. My God, sometimes I'm used to saying things and I forget. But yeah, this is what's happening right now for you. Whether it shows up right away, this fortune, or it takes a bit of time. For some of you with the 10 here, it could be happening in October, towards the end of September, maybe 30, or beginning of October, some of that time. Please take timing with a grain of salt. There's 11 here, there's February, there's January. Maybe it's starting to move like September, October, November, December, January, and February, 12, and then January and February. Somewhere around this time, I'm feeling that you will see major changes in your life, to you going back to something that you loved. And this is the effect of the lunar eclipse for you in this pile. And yeah, this was your reading. It's going to lead to great happiness, because this is something that you've always wanted, or something that you greatly wanted at some point. Yeah, this is your reading, my dear pile number 2. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at the massive changes and the breakthrough in the coming lunar eclipse. And these are the decks that I'll be using for this reading. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. 3, wow. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green moss agate. Your significator cards are Rest, as well as the Two of Cups together. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, as well as Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what these massive changes and the breakthrough is going to be. And we'll take a look at your oracle cards first. Right, so you've got courtship. Interesting. 2 of Cups and courtship. Huh. Okay. You've got Are you kidding me? I'm starting to feel like this is going to be a love reading. If you, I don't know, it could be like you partnering with someone. That could be a thing. Let's wait and see. I don't want to like cancel it out for those who do not resonate with a love reading yet. But let's see. You've got, ooh, companionship. Moon in Libra with companionship. My God, it looks like in this next phase of your life, you're really going to be surrounded by love, whether it's through friends or through some special one here that you will fall in love with and marry, it looks like. Okay, or at least have a long-term relationship, committed relationship with. Okay. Yeah, no matter how much I push this down, I don't think I'll be able to fit a card. Will I? I could if we hide the number 4. So you've got Moon in Capricorn with practicality. You've got the 9th house with the keyword learning. The other keywords are philosophy, publishing, writing, discovery. Maybe some of you are like a writer, love novel writer, very specific, but it's there. Philosophy, publishing, writing, discovery, law, exploring, travel, ethics, foreign countries, religion, higher education, spirituality, as well as wisdom. For some of you, this means that your future spouse or future person will be coming from a different nationality, different group of people. Yeah, very different from you. Okay, different culture or a different country or something like that. So you've got the card rivalry. And you've got the card gift. Wow. Okay. That's card number 17. Finally, you've got Moon in Aquarius with independence. Wow. All right. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. You've got the 2 of Cups. Are you kidding me, guys? This is a love reading. Like, this is a love reading. If you don't resonate with love, I highly recommend you choose either pile 2 or pile 1. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, I'm thinking means pile number 2 because it's the second last card in the Pentacles suit. So yeah, if you want it to be guided to another pile, it's pile 2. If you want spirit picked pile number 1, you can check that if you want. But yeah, this is going to be a love reading for sure. All right, so you've got the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the Devil card. Were you in a toxic relationship before? Let's see. And you've got the 7 of Swords. So what are the massive changes and the breakthrough here? Let's see what's going on. My God. Okay. It's funny because I'm seeing dual energy of a beautiful relationship that will last the test of time or stand the test of time. And I'm also seeing something about a toxic relationship here that's used to bring you or is bringing you a lot of stress. So it's interesting, the juxtaposition of the cards here showing 2 different things going on, either simultaneously or one at the foot end of another. Let's pull out some cards and explore what this dichotomy of energy here, because here it's 2 of Cups and Rest. So green representing the heart chakra. It's all lovely here. Something about from another community. This maybe there's something about community. Maybe the community that you're in could be toxic for you. Let's pull out the cards and understand what this is trying to say. Can we get some clarity on the rivalry and the devil versus the Two of Cups, please? And the courtship? King of Swords. Moving away from something. That's what I thought. Eight of Cups and Two of Swords. Yeah. Well, I just got to trust the cards. It looks like some of you could be in a relationship that's not good for you, or maybe you're too attached with the devil card to something that's not good for you. It doesn't have to be rivalry, like someone's rivaling against you. It could just simply mean that they are standing in your way, or yeah, you have to fight a lot to keep the relationship maybe, or they're standing in your way or something like that, of self-improvement or something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad person, although it could be. In any case, with the Nine of Swords, it's bringing you a lot of stress. So what am I seeing? I'm seeing you finding the power, getting the power to move away from something toxic. Although with the Two of Swords, you don't know where you're going, you have a lot of faith. Wow. Okay, so it looks like that's the sort of energy we're seeing in the next lunar eclipse for you, my dear pile number 3. Although it's leading to something beautiful and amazing, it looks like with independence here. Yeah, I mean, the cards are clear. It looks like with independence here, that in the next lunar eclipse, you are becoming independent and feeling powerful. See, the King of Swords is intelligence, strategy, thinking things through properly. So it looks like you're going to be also liberation. You're going to be liberating yourself by thinking about things well and realizing that you need to liberate yourself from that grasp of this relationship. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Maybe you're moving away from a toxic work environment. Maybe you're moving away from the grasp of a family that's being unfair to you. I don't know, but it looks like you're definitely liberating yourself here from something toxic. Could be the mind. Hold up. This could be liberating yourself, for some of you, from the toxic relationship that you have with yourself. In that case, it's with the Nine of Swords, a lot of terrible voices bringing you nightmares. Terrible voices bringing you nightmares, keeping you stuck in unhealthy relationships, or living an unhealthy life, or from having good relationships with others. It looks like with rest to me here, that you're finally resting, either from a toxic relationship going on in your life at the moment, or from the voices that are keeping you trapped to toxic situations and keeping you alone, maybe even. So either one of these two is happening during the lunar eclipse. And it makes sense because this is a very emotional lunar eclipse. It is in Pisces. It's sextile to Jupiter in Cancer. So a lot of emotions, but leading to something very positive. Jupiter is a planet of good luck and expansion. Sextile is a favorable position. So it's really good. Right. So you're becoming independent from something that was taking a lot from you, with the Seven of Swords, stealing as well a lot from you, putting you in mental agony. You're becoming independent from that in this lunar eclipse. And it's not like something is going to be pushing you. It's you becoming to strong realizations with the King of Swords. You're like, that's against me, that's wrong. And as soon as you come to these realizations and walk away, you get a gift of the next one. like it's at the tail end, not the foot end, the tail end of another. Something begins as soon as something else ends. And here it looks like you're moving away from something, leaving dark thoughts or leaving a toxic person. You're not sure where you're going, but you have a lot of faith and you're picking up on the right energy because all of the faith that you have here is in its place. It looks like there's a massive gift coming when it comes to your love life and your connections with others as well. So some of you actually might be traveling, or you might meet someone who's traveling to where you are, and you're going to meet a very interesting person. Interesting as in the fact that they're from another place. There's a lot of things to explore. The way they live their lives is very different from yours in many ways. I think you're going to enjoy the way they organize their life, the way they live their life, this person. I think you're going to join in here. You're going to love the rhythm of their lives. You're going to learn a lot about them, about their culture, about their ideas, and you're really going to feel liberated with this person. Liberated means that this is an open-minded person who doesn't want to control, loves to live their lives, and loves for others to live their lives as well. It's going to be very different from that rivalry energy that you may have been used to. And it could also mean, by the way, that for some of you, this person might be from an opposite culture. That means, like, for example, maybe you're, like, that's a quick example, but maybe you're a Democrat and they're a Republican. Yikes! The opposite in political opinions are not easy to digest, or it could be like opposite religion, opposite way of living, but they're quite different from your community. How is their community different? That's the question. But at the end of the day, it looks like you're really going to enjoy it. Whoa, drastically different with the Tower card. Like, you might feel shaken up at the beginning. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta tell you the truth here. Yeah, this person is gonna come from a culture or a religion or a opposing party or something like that, where you initially go, yikes. Six of Swords. But here's the thing, both of you with the Six of Swords are going to slowly but surely come out of this rivalry, chaotic energy. And as you get to know each other, the mind with the Six of Swords is going to calm down. You're going to find so many interesting things about each other. You're going to love to learn the different things about each other. And I don't think your differences in any way, shape, or form is going to cause that rivalry in your connection. I think, like I said, independence. Both of you are going to respect the two ends of whatever your beliefs. You're going to, yeah, super respect that you come from two different worlds, but you'll definitely be able to navigate it together with the Six of Swords. It won't matter at all. Ooh, the Empress. This is Bloody Mary. And you've got the King of Cups. And I'm a bit shaken here for you guys, because this is, it almost feels like forbidden love with the Empress and the Bloody Mary. Forbidden because, not because any of you two forbids it, but I think your community, like, off with our heads. I know this is Bloody Mary, not the Red Queen, but I'm just giving you a gist of what I'm seeing. Kind of like, well, she was kind of the same, wasn't she? So, well, at least that's how history portrays her to be, because I did read some different things. But anyways, not to veer off course, my point is that society, oh, maybe that was part of what we're looking at. Maybe both ends of societies has deemed each other as really bad, written their own history about each other or something, when in fact none of the two are bad in any way. So yeah, I'm seeing forbidden love with the, I'm not gonna lie to you, with the Empress in the Bloody Mary. I feel like your love with Kraken here is going to shake up things in a massive way. Kraken shifts the tide and the waves. So it's really going to shake up things, especially in the beginning with this particular King of Cups, but it's going to be strong love as well. It's going to be like falling madly and deeply with someone, and both of you get a lot of things shaken up because of this love. The people around you, maybe you in the beginning, and perhaps ultimately leading to changes in societal ideas, at least in the circle around you. So that's why you have companionship. You're going to be connected soon with a new group of people that usually you don't connect with, only to find that you really love them and that they love you. I think your inner circles by time with Kraken here is going to reach balance. Yeah, King of Cups is balance. So ultimately, this is going to create a shakeup that's going to lead to great balance, especially in your inner circles. Your inner circle will love this person, and their inner circle will love you. But not going to lie, this is going to be powerful, like a powerful shakeup. And it is going to be both of you will learn to navigate through it all. You're going to feel like a gift to each other, and who knows, maybe you two are divinely supposed to connect to bring others together and dissipate old ideas. It is the Aquarian age after all. So yeah, that is what's happening here. Woo! My dear pile number 3. That is a lunar eclipse energy for sure. That is a breakthrough. Okay, let's get more information about this connection and what you can expect. My dear pile number 3, like how are you going to meet, all of that. Ooh, if that is not forever love, I don't know what is. So that's the Lover's card, making a, it's a card of choice as well. And the funny thing is, actually, the reason this card is a card of choice is exactly because of the story that you're going through right now. Because traditionally, this card used to depict in the Marseille and in the old decks, it used to depict a man choosing between two women. One which the family wants, that's good for the family business, that's good for the connections between the families, the social status match, this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. And between another woman who their heart actually desires, who they really actually want, who they are in love with. And that used to be in the old days a dilemma. Most people in the old days did not marry the person that they wanted, and they had to marry according to what the families wanted. So do you see here, I'm not saying this is your story, of course. I'm simply saying that because you two come from different worlds, your entourage, your, yeah, it's the same word, your entourage will not be accepting of this person, and their entourage will not be accepted. Like, that's not the choice, but I think you're choosing each other. Do you see how significant this Lover's card here? You're choosing each other. You're not following the rules, but you're becoming practical. You're like, right, so what do we need to do? Like, let's forget about the traditions and the rules and what everyone expects of us. Let's do this practically. Like, what do we need to do here? What do we need to do there? How can we solve this situation? How can we solve that? Let's do this, let's do that. And you do something that's completely different. Like, you explore different worlds and different philosophies and different ideas, and you create your own thing so that it works for you guys. Wow. Talking about doing things independently. So maybe that's what this is talking about. Maybe your society is like kind of putting stress on you, and you don't oh, maybe the relationships that in your society and then theirs is bringing both of you different types of stress, because you, they're pushing you to choose from maybe a pool of people that may not resonate with you at this time of your life. And sometimes our soul person can be anywhere. Soulmate can be anywhere. Who knows where they are? All right. So it's not because your society is bad that you can't find the right person. It's because you're stressed out from being with people who just don't resonate with you, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, your soulmate is from the rivalry, like from the other side, from the bad people or something. Something like that. Or yeah, something like that. Right, let's get more information. You've got the Queen of Wands and you've got the goddess Hecate in there. Hecate. There's something about, with the three faces of Hecate, there's something about, there are different angles to something. So also the Queen of Wands, attractiveness, fire, desire. So I think you are going to be meeting someone soon who will seem super attractive to you and you to them. And that's really what's going to draw you together towards each other first, is that attractiveness, that energy, their charisma, everything is really, the good looks, everything attracting you towards each other. It's almost going to feel like irresistible, completely irresistible. And as you get to know each other, although you come from different worlds, which could be attractive on its own, you know, the exploration part with the ninth house, you're going to learn the different facets to something. Like, for example, going back to Democrat versus Republican, for as an example, it's like, okay, I don't agree with you in that area at all, but I do appreciate how you consider this and this and that. And then this person would say, I do not agree with this at all, but I do respect that you consider this and that. Who knows? With the middle face here, you both see the opposite, giving their heads from each, like opposing heads, looking away from each other as the middle, whereas the middle ground, perhaps you're gonna have your own middle ideology to things, is what I'm starting to feel. You're gonna have your own, both of you, middle ground to things, looking at things practically, not emotionally, and thinking, oh, I would like to enjoy that part of your culture. Oh, I would like to enjoy that part of your culture. What about we become practical and put all the nice things together, something like that. Yeah, all while respecting that we can have differences. Definitely what I'm seeing here. Very cool. But yeah, that looks to me, with the Lovers and the Queen of Wands, like love at first sight. This looks like two people who want to meet and be with each other all the time. And finding practical ways in order to do that is definitely going to feel like a gift for this pile. Yeah, it's definitely giving the energy of great attraction, feeling like super attracted to each other, almost in a way where you think you're making a choice, but is it really a choice when you're so attracted to someone? Something like that. Then you got the High Priestess. There's always a scary aspect in your reading. Where's the, what was it? What did you have? Bloody Mary. Yeah, there's always a scary aspect in your reading here, where it looks like once you reveal your identity, true face to each other, there is the, oh, you're a Republican? You're a Democrat? Oh. So once the revelation happens, I think both of you are going to be a bit mortified in the beginning. You can see here in the High Priestess, the Japanese spirit Kuchisako Uno, if I'm not mistaken, Kuchisaki Ona, who lures young men in with her beautiful hair and her beautiful looks, and then they become victims of her. My point is, oh, this person might be Japanese for some of you, because we've got the Japanese spirit, we've got the High Priestess here, spirit. So very specific. It doesn't have to be. I mean, the Japanese are so wonderful. Who would go, oh, Japanese? But you know what I mean. Maybe they would in different cultures, but they're wonderful. It could be, right? Any case, it could be from the Far East, maybe for some of you, it could be from the Far East, either you or them. But it's an observation here for sure. Right, back to the point. I think you're already lured in with this particular high priestess, like just like the victims. They're already lured in. They don't know it's Kuchisaki Onna. And so similarly, you're already drawn in before you identify or find out the identity of each other, being initially mortified. Yeah, and perhaps this also explains, maybe you're not going through anything toxic. Perhaps the cards here, you might not have resonated with that part in the beginning, or maybe you have, but I think this reading is now very clear. It's talking about how initially you're going to be stressed and feel like you're doing something wrong with the Seven of Swords, but so like lured in and attracted to this person. The Devil card is a card of desire. Aren't the cards now spilling the tea and being very clear? So yeah, that's what's going on. It might be that you are in a toxic relationship and you're going to leave it. But I think the Eight of Cups in that case was talking about you finding the clarity to leave the old beliefs, old emotions about something, about a particular culture, and just have faith. Go with what you have faith in. Yeah. So, yeah, the cards are becoming clear. Right, let's get more information about this relationship. You've got the Death card. Massive transformation, like from that moment onwards, of you revealing your identities to each other through maybe conversation or something and being mortified. I think here you're not going to leave each other. You're going to start thinking about things strategically and logically. Yeah. There comes the Kraken. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of emotions involved, and none of you will be able to escape the other. Unless you want to, of course. It's your choice. At the end of the day, choices. But I think emotionally, it's not going to be easy at all. And I think you are just going to go through a major transformation, albeit a scary one in the beginning, to be able to keep each other in your life. So this person, once the revelation happens, you already, both of you, realize what sort of life and transformation and path you two are going to go through with this sort of mortifying revelation. Oh! I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna be like, no. Oh, the Three of Swords. It's gonna sting. Obviously, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna sting. But do know that the Three of Swords is a card of pulling at the strings of one's own heart. You don't have to suffer. It's like, I wish it was easier. I wish it wasn't like that. And you just realize that it's painful either way to leave each other, and which is the Death card. It's going to be painful to decide. It's your choice to leave each other, or it's going to be painful to go through that transformation, because the Devil card is limiting ideas. I feel like your societies have massive limiting beliefs and limiting ideas and wrong ideas towards each other, and it's not going to be an easy battle, it seems, but it's going to be a beautiful one. So what is your guidance, my dear pile number 3? Look, this ultimately, although this relationship is going to go through its phase of transforming everything despite of what everyone thinks, here with the heart chakra and the Rest card, it shows that it's going to give you a life, a long life full of rest in the heart, like you're really going to enjoy it. You're not going to go through anything toxic or bad with this person. It's going to be a beautiful relationship. Maybe it's one here that's meant to teach society, break the limitations of society through starting from you. It's going to be one that you will love and be committed to. Like the first date is going to feel like the rest of your lives, or even better, the rest of your lives. It's going to feel better than the first date. So something that's going to stand the test of time for sure. So what is your guidance? Yeah, stand up for yourself with the Five of Wands. You might have strong opposing opposition, but you're up for it. You're a strong opponent. Like no one can do anything about this. You just stand up for yourself, is what the Five of Wands is showing. Stand up for yourself. Stand up well for yourself. Eight of Swords. Here's the thing. You realize that you're not stuck, because that's what the Eight of Swords teaches us. It teaches us that we're only stuck in our mind, not in our real life. Here we've got the Baba Yaga who lures children in with cookies and sweets. So it's basically saying, don't buy in the candies that your society will be giving you in exchange for a love like that. Because at the end of the day, with this candy, they're luring you into something that you're going to hate, and it's not going to feel good at the end. So realize that the benefits that the little candy society is giving to you, in order to stay off what resonates with you, in the long run is gonna take everything from you, and it's gonna keep you stuck, and it's really not going to benefit you in any way. Like, what's the point of getting a candy if you're gonna spend your life with someone who's not the love of your life? Yeah, don't buy into the candy. Like, resist the temptation and be okay with being independent on your own. The Magician, your final guidance here with the Magician, that you have everything, all the tools and everything that you need to go through this. Oh, we've got another card. We've got two cards actually. And the Magician teaches us that as within, so without, which means that if you go through this with internal faith, strength, belief in what you want, figuring things out, so you will experience your outer world. It means take good care of yourself. See what makes sense to you, what resonates with you. Stay true to yourself, stay true to what you want, and eventually this is going to dissipate, and it will work out in your outer world soon, in the way that you're feeling in your inner world. So it kind of feels like, it's be patient here. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. Love that needs patience. Oh, this is the Six of Pentacles, not the Seven. I'm sure I saw it like that for a reason. But Six of Pentacles is love that's going to give you a lot, including wealth, by the way. So, back to the point, yeah. What you feel on the inside, if you stay true to it, will appear on the outside sooner or later. Oh, you've got the Yeti here and the Hermit and the World card. So it kind of shows, you know, the Yeti, most people don't believe it exists. Something like, you think you can't find a person like that, but here they are. Here they are showing up in your life, where one would feel like it's almost impossible to believe a story like that. Someone who is amazing like that, but what's also there not to believe is that they come from another culture or something that you don't believe in. But with the World card, they're gonna fill up your world with everything that you love. So stay true to yourself as your guidance. Walk your independent route with the Hermit. Do what you know and what your light knows is right. And soon this will come to a completion. Your reading is saying, the guidance is, this whole situation is gonna come to an end. This rivalry, like people fighting here, going, what are you doing? It's gonna come to an end. Everything's gonna settle. And in fact, the at least the close communities to you are going to be very loving towards each other. So it's a learning process for you two first, and then the community around you. And I see you living a beautiful life together, madly in love with each other. So, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see when it comes to the massive changes and the breakthrough in the coming lunar eclipse. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.